So I'm in the dark. I can't really see me, but I was on Instagram a couple minutes ago, and yesterday I was on Instagram and I figured out that that little girl Lyric who had brain cancer was diagnosed when she was 11, about 2 years ago. Passed away. Actually, that morning I had figured out that they said she had like 3 days or a couple days to live, and then she died a couple days later. And about in that next hour, when I was on Instagram, I figured out she passed away. And I wasn't really on Instagram, but I prayed for her a couple months back in, like, I want to say 2019. No, more like the beginning of 2020. Because I don't even be on social media like that, but I didn't figure out about her till like 2020. I had recently unfollowed her page because I just couldn't, bring myself. I hate when people follow dead people. I don't like following dead people. When people pass away, I unfollow them. Usually, I think I do on most of my accounts. But yeah, I don't follow like fallen angels. Not fallen. That's not the right word to say. Um, People who've passed away, who moved on to another life. But um, people are really taking this sad moment and making it about what they feel and how they feel and what they think Beyonce should have done. And it's really frustrating because we don't know what Beyonce did behind closed doors for that little girl. Um, from what I've seen on her Instagram over the years, the last 2 years now, I guess, that little girl was a big fan of Beyonce, and Beyonce did send a lot of merchandise like Ivy Park to her. Um, Probably had a little lunch dinner with her a couple times, but kept it under wraps. Y'all know Beyonce is very private with what she got going on, but um, I had posted something on Instagram, not posted, but commented to some people because people are like, she's just singing this song because she feels guilty about the girl. I'm like, okay, how she do that so fast though? How she put a whole video together and make a how she do all that in one day? Because it was literally posted probably the day after or the day of her death or sent to her. Like, we don't know. So for people to just be like, Beyonce only doing this because she guilty, she's an evil spirited woman. It's funny to me because I'm just like, y'all don't know what Beyonce go through. I bet half y'all would even, I look crazy. I bet half y'all didn't even know Beyonce mama, not mom, dad got male breast cancer. So he got cancer too. So you don't know what Beyonce dealing with at home. And she got 3 kids and a husband. Um, you don't know what money Beyonce put towards that girl's recovery and hospital fees and things like that. And um, just supporting, praying for her. Y'all don't know if Beyonce prayed for that little girl. Y'all don't know if all Beyonce could do was pray for that little girl. That's all she had the strength for. You don't know if Beyonce's daddy on his deathbed. Like, I just don't understand why people just talk. And it's like, okay, what did y'all? Okay, y'all talking about what Beyonce did for this young girl who has passed away already, and y'all making a big deal about her death. Kids die from cancer every day. I'm not saying that I'm not trying to be insensitive about the situation, but let's be real. Kids die from cancer every day. Everybody want to hear Beyonce sing to them. A bunch of kids who got cancer or other diseases that are life threatening and make a wish want Beyonce to come and sing to them, want Thor to eat lunch with them and things like that. But they don't get that. They end up probably dying the next day or things like that. And y'all give celebrities too much power. Like, what is Beyonce singing gonna do for that little girl? It's not gonna heal her. Beyonce ain't God. It's not gonna help that little girl get through what she going through. It's just a wish she had. And we don't know if that's a pre-recorded video or things like that, or she already sung to her in private and they kept it off social media, or anything. Like, I don't know the whole situation because I don't really follow her like that. Like I said, I've been praying for her recovery and things like that when You know, I think of it. It's not like I've been praying hard like a prayer warrior for the little girl. Um, but when she does come in my mind, when I do think about her, I do pray for her. Like, even with the Judah from Jackson Family Values, I pray about him when he comes in my head. I'm like, yeah, Judah's still going through his recovery. Let me pray for him real quick. Oh, Lyric has still got cancer. Let me pray for her real quick. So I'm not thinking about these kids every single day because I have a life of my own that is busy. And I'm pretty sure Beyonce had her lifted up in her prayers and was sending her mom money so she can take care of her other kids and herself and her daughter and take care of like caregiving fees and recovery fees and hospital fees and all that. So we don't know what she did and we don't know what she didn't do. But how are you going to judge somebody on what they did and didn't do and how long it took them for them to speak up and do something if you just got wind about this girl? I don't understand that. So what did you, oh, you talking about Beyonce. So what did you do for this little girl? Did you donate billions of dollars, thousands of dollars to this girl, hundreds of dollars to this girl? Did you pray like a prayer warrior for this girl? Did you constantly uplift her mom in the comments and through DMs for this girl? No, you didn't. So how you gonna judge Beyonce for what she did? Beyonce got a life. She got 3 kids and a husband. She can't be worried about other people's lives constantly. She got a business. She's a businesswoman. And you don't know what's going on with her life behind closed doors. So it just frustrates me that people will literally sit here and judge people constantly every single day. Like, Beyonce don't know y'all. I mean, I made that comment because I'm just like, it's not even the fact that I'm a stan of Beyonce. I'm a fan of a lot of people, but I don't stan her. She's not God. She's not that important. She's a human. Let's be real. But I just don't understand why people feel like, what was Beyonce singing to that little girl gonna do for that little girl? Make her happy for a moment, and then when Beyonce leave, that girl's still gonna be in pain. She's still gonna be fighting for her life. So what difference did it make whether Beyonce sung for her when she was here or not? It don't make sense. And y'all find the smallest things to break down people and argue with people about in comments. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter to you growing and doing what you got to do with your life? Beyonce singing to a dying girl or a dead child, what does that have to do for you? What does that, how does that elevate what you got going on? How does that get you closer to the person you serve or the person you worship or closer to your family or to your father? I don't think I don't have a doubt in my mind that Beyonce didn't ignore that girl. Beyonce did not ignore that girl because that girl would not been getting Ivy Park merch. She just sent that girl merch. Repeatedly. I'm stuttering. Repeatedly. Why I say that so weird? Ugh. But multiple times I've seen that girl in Ivy Park. And maybe Beyonce been trying to get out there, but every single time she make a date, the girl gotta go under the knife. The girl had 4 brain surgeries. I just don't get why people just make things that's not about them about how they feel. Well, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. Beyonce's a bad person because she could have sung to this girl while she was here. Okay? You don't know what went on behind closed doors. You know Beyonce is a private person. You don't know what Beyonce going through at her house. You don't know what is going through her head. You don't know if Beyonce thought she had more time, because I thought that little girl had more time. I'm like, she had cancer for what, 3 years now? She got time. You know? She's young. She can fight. She can fight the good fight. But for Beyonce's dad to have the same thing, you really think she was ignoring that little girl? I doubt it. With all the Instagram clout that girl had, no, she was not ignoring that little girl. I think she was trying to find a perfect time to do it during coronavirus, and even though the girl had just got out of surgery a couple weeks ago or something like that. What Beyonce gonna do? Sing to her while she under the knife? Maybe she was waiting until she recovered. 4 brain surgeries in 3 years. Don't it take like 6 months to recover from like surgery and stuff? So you don't know what Beyonce had it planned for that little girl, and it didn't fall through. Things happen. Life happens. Life ain't fair. Y'all try to make life fair. Well, Beyonce did see to that little girl, and that's all that little girl wanted. Okay? Life ain't fair. Everybody don't get what they want. I want a Tesla. I want a Hellcat. Hellcat is an SRT. Vroom, vroom. Do I have one? No. Does Elon Musk have a Tesla? Yes. David Dobrik have a Tesla? Yeah. Do JT got a Tesla in a Jeep truck? Yeah, she got all that stuff. All these rappers and these singers got that stuff, but do you see me begging them for that stuff? No. And if I don't get it, I'm not going to be like, that's not fair. That's not fair. I want a truck. Life ain't fair. We don't all get what we want. You don't think there's dying kids with cancer and leukemia, brain tumors in the hospital who don't get they wish? I just want to eat lunch with the Hulk. You think they don't get that? I just want to skateboard. Kids who can't walk, how you going to skateboard and you can't walk? We going to find a way to do it, but if you stay alive enough for long enough, life ain't fair. If life was fair, everybody would have what they want. So for people to be like, we gonna bash Beyonce because she could have done this sooner. You don't know when Beyonce figured out about that girl's death. I honestly think she figured out about it this year. Not this year, 2020, around 2020. Because I ain't figured out about it till 2020. That girl didn't start kicking up dust on Instagram till about 2020. It just really frustrates me that people were like, well, Beyonce should have done this earlier. It's too late now. No, the girl got her wish. You don't know when this recording happened or things like that. They didn't have no timestamp. It just frustrates me that people really go the extra mile to bash people who don't know them and who they don't even know. Like, I don't know Beyonce from my left and my right, you know? So what's the point of me getting riled up because she didn't sing a melody of songs to this little girl before she died? What that got to do with me and what I got going on? Life still continues. People die every day. And I'm not even trying to be insensitive because it sounds really insensitive, but people really die every day. What is Beyonce singing to a little girl going to change? Nothing. That girl's still going to die. And that sounds so insensitive. That girl is still going to die regardless of Beyonce singing to her or not. You think Beyonce singing Heaven Couldn't Wait for You and I Care and Brown Skin Girl was going to save that girl from dying from brain cancer? No, it wasn't. Everything happens for a reason. So y'all need to get out of y'all feelings about that situation. Like, honestly, like, it just sickens me that y'all even, like, that people even had the audacity to say stuff like that. Like, honestly, like, what sense does that make? Like, you make something about, that don't even have nothing to do with you, about you. But Beyonce's selfish because she didn't prioritize a little girl with cancer, as if there's not thousands of kids and adults with cancer who want to see Beyonce. Right. Like, people don't die on this earth every day. And you didn't do nothing towards their life at all because you didn't know them, right? But since Beyonce get little, a little win. You know how many celebrities knew about that little girl? And they put $1 towards that little girl? But since Beyonce did a late tribute to the little girl, it's a big deal. That woman is a business owner, entrepreneur, a mother, a wife, busy, booked. It's just frustrating me that people really try to make these celebrities gods. These celebrities are human beings. If I were to shoot any of these celebrities in the head, they will all die and be forgotten about in the next 10 years. They don't matter. I don't even mean to say like people don't matter, but when you die, you die. Ain't nothing more to do after that. You transcend it to another place. You either in heaven or hell, or whatever you believe in. I just don't really understand, but people be like, dang, Beyonce so late with it. Like, she should have done this when this girl was here. She just feel guilty. Beyonce do not feel guilty about waiting to sing a song to no little girl who had brain cancer. She might have been hurt, like, dang, this is my fan, and she died, which I really get the notion of during the video, because she sounded like she was getting choked up. But people really do too much in this world. Like, social media really got y'all hooked to bash people for no reason, to feel some type of way about somebody who you don't know a thing about. Beyonce let y'all see what she allow y'all to see. She tell y'all what she allow y'all to know. Y'all don't know nothing about Beyonce. Y'all know nothing about me. I know nothing about y'all. So why do people feel obligated to get under people's comments on blog posts and be like, this is some BS? Beyonce should have done this when a girl first got cancer, when she first went under the knife. Beyonce don't know that girl. And what did you do? Did you donate $10,000? Did you donate your brain to that little girl? Did you pray for that little girl? I mean, I've already said this, but like, people really be blowing me on Instagram, and that's why I don't go on Instagram, because I'm just like, y'all just like fighting and bickering with people who y'all don't know. That's what it is. People love to go to Instagram comments and be phone warriors and talk mess about people, but living on food stamps. Ain't nothing wrong with living on food stamps. If that's where you at, that's where you at. Sleeping on the floor. But when I talk about somebody else's life, but don't have their life together, you worried about the wrong thing, sweetie. You worried about what Beyonce doing on Instagram and what little kid died today. What little kid drowned in some water today. But you don't know where your next meal coming from. Get your priorities straight. Get off of social media. Go check on your daughter who been on the phone since she came out the womb. Go check her phone. Go see what she doing. Because she probably twerking on TikTok as we speak. Go check on her. Go check on your son. Because he probably doing something nasty right now. Not saying everybody's kids is like that, but I'm just saying. It be the main people. And then it be little kids too. Like, what you know about life? You're 13. You know nothing. Move around. Trying to defend people or go against people. Y'all just wake up and decide to slander people. Y'all just hate anybody the world tell y'all to hate. If everyone told you to hate Beyonce, y'all be quick. I knew Beyonce was a demon. She was in that Illuminati crap. We knew this. She's a brainwasher. She's a whole clone. The world told you to hate your mama. You would hate your mama so quick. And that's a sad reality of this world. People follow what's on social media. Like, honestly, that's why a lot of y'all folks look like each other. Like, oh my God, I don't know where I went a couple weeks ago, but it was just a group of girls and they all looked the same. Like, Air Force Ones, baggy pants, a jean jacket. Not a jean jacket. Some of them had a jean jacket. Some of them had just regular, like, sweat jackets on, with their shoulder out and a tank top. Their hair, clearly wearing a wig, but laid and, half up, half down. I'm like, they look like a group of sextuplets. 6 girls, all looking the same, like the same swag, all that. Like, where's the versatility at? I've seen so many females in the store that look like Megan Thee Stallion, like, look like, not, oh, you look similar to, but I'm talking about same style, same hairstyle, looking the same, acting the same, and people really idolize these folks. Like, no, I'm gonna step outside the box. I'm gonna be myself. If it's ugly to the world, it is what it is, but I'm happy with myself. I'm not changing myself. I'm not altering myself to fit the status quo, and a lot of people do that. Like, where's the originality at? Everybody want to fit into a certain clique, an aesthetic. It's aesthetic. It's my aesthetic. You know, it's really not. You just like it. Thanks for liking it though. But I'm getting beside myself. But just shut up on social media, honestly. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. If you feel some type of way, get off of social media. Honestly, people get quick to be offended by stuff that don't even concern them, that don't even involve them. And I really feel like that's why a lot of people really be getting killed out here, because they talk so much mess to people who they don't know, and then when they get caught up in these streets, they want to be like, R.I.P. my brother, this, he didn't deserve what he got. That boy was popping off at the mouth at everybody. That girl was popping off at everybody. It was bound to happen. Like, RIP to her, but it was bound to happen. You talking mess to people you don't even know. These people could be crazy for all you know. Like that one video, God rest these people's soul, but of the snow thing. And the dude just snapped and started shooting them in the head and stuff, and repeatedly, and went to go get another gun to shoot them even more. People out here is crazy, and y'all wanna have some Twitter beef with them, some Instagram beef with them, in the comments telling them no, and commenting about what they should and should not do, and what they should and should not know, and you don't know it, you don't know, and you, and why you got your daughter dressed like that? Is it your daughter? No, it's not your daughter. So shut up and keep scrolling. Worry about yourself. Raise your own child. And that's what really be frustrating me. These parents be putting their kids on Instagram, but when I go to your page, you got your still daughter plastered all over your Instagram. And in the same breath, you got your OnlyFans in your bio. Half naked videos and pictures of you on your Instagram, and your daughter on your Instagram too. So let's go check what your daughter doing in her room. 7 years old, selling her own nudes on her phone because she see that's what you do for $5. She's selling her nudes for $5 because you got an OnlyFans and you brag about it. That's another thing. I really feel like this next generation of parents is gonna be like trash, because these folks is having kids young, number one. Like a bunch of people in my grade is getting married straight out of high school. Like, y'all graduated last year, please sit down. Getting pregnant, having these kids, and not taking care of these kids, just throwing an iPad in front of their face and allowing CoComelon and YouTube to raise their kids. I really don't understand that. And then you wonder why your kid know Throat Baby and all the Megan Thee Stallion songs by heart. Because you basically gave them the world. You gave your kids, from a young age, from day one, access to the whole world. What did you expect them to do? Man, my son is so smart, he knows how to use an iPad. That ain't smart, baby. You just doomed your son to damnation with that iPad. You stuck your child in front of a TV, and instead of getting in a butt about things that are right and wrong and teaching them up in the way they should go, you don't want to deal with them, so you send them to school and daycare all the time. And when they home, you put an iPad in their face with food and juice in front of them, so they shut up, so you don't have to deal with them. Right, but you're not instilling nothing into your kids, and then you wonder why they make the same mistake you made or worse. I can't believe my son would shoot somebody. I don't know where he gets this gang stuff from. He's in the suburbs. Because that's what he claiming on the internet. But you don't check his phone. How your son 13 and you don't check his phone? He got nude pictures of girls from school in his phone. I don't understand that. These little kids, 11, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, on Monkey, calling people out their name, talking about they gangbangers. Like, the mouth on some of these kids is ridiculous. Honestly. Cursing. The way they dress. Like, these little kids don't even dress like little kids no more. They draped up in Gucci. Like, no. You finna go to Old Navy and Gap and get you a shirt, some shorts, some socks, and some sandals. You finna be a kid until you can't be a kid no more. till you 12. Until you start dressing yourself, you gonna look like a little kid. I don't know why y'all dress these kids up to look like adults. Your kid can be fresh and kids. Let's be real. Because what's the point of buying Gucci for your kid if they just gonna grow out of it? That's just wasted money. Honestly. I bought my son a Power Wheels Tesla and a Hellcat. For what? So he can flex on social media? I bought my son a Rolex and a Cuban link chain. That Cuban link chain and that Rolex ain't gonna grow up with your kid. What's the point? I got him an iced out baguette. 3-tone. Okay? I got my daughter a Birkin bag. Okay? What's the point? I mean, I understand celebrities can do that, but you ain't got it like that. You still using food stamps. And you on welfare. And you on PUA. Still. So what's the point? I'm talking too much. I already talked for about an hour. No, 26 minutes. But I really don't get it. It don't make sense. It's not adding up. And then people get mad because the world is so messed up. This generation is so crazy. Yeah, because you didn't sit your crazy tail down until your son was 15 and realized what your son was doing. You allowed the world to raise your kids instead of you raising your kids. And I don't understand that in itself. Because you was in Instagram comments all day talking about how other people are bad mothers and fathers because they show their kids on social media or they can't control their kids for 3 seconds. But you don't even know your kids and haven't even known your kids even during quarantine. You telling me you've been in the house for almost a whole year and you don't even know your kids? Imagine. You've been out of work for a whole year and haven't connected with your kids on no type of level since quarantine, before or after. But you want to talk about what these celebrities make they children look like. Why y'all so worried about other people? As long as my family good, I'm good. Y'all raise y'all kids how y'all want to raise y'all kids, but I'm going to raise my kid the way I'm going to raise my kids. And that's on what? Period. Like, I saw this thing yesterday. This 4-year-old singing the Throat Baby song. And I don't even know the whole song. Like, I'm 20 years old. I don't even know the whole song. But a 4-year-old can recite the song, but don't even know their ABCs. Don't know how to spell their name. Don't know how to write their name. Don't know how to read. But they know bar for bar, lyric for lyric, Throat Baby. And the Megan Thee Stallion songs and Cardi B, they can sing WAP for verbatim, but don't know how to write their name or spell their name or tell you that they have to go to the bathroom. Still in Pampers. Still wearing pull-ups. Not potty trained. That shows you right there that you got your priorities right. But y'all want to talk about Beyonce. Y'all want to be in the comments about Beyonce. But y'all house is going in ruins. I've already talked too much. But yeah, I'll never understand that mess. It don't make sense to me. Why is it so cold in my house? It don't make sense to me. That y'all so obsessed with what other people got going on, you're not paying attention to what you got going on. And then when it finally slaps you in the face and wakes you up, you want to beat the mess out of your kid and embarrass them on social media because they doing stuff that you're doing as well. You're supposed to stay in the child's place. What you mean I'm supposed to stay in a child's place? We don't even have a relationship. From the second I was conceived, you put a phone in my face. All I knew was Cocomelon. I got tired of Cocomelon, so I started watching other stuff on YouTube. And that's the thing. Parents stop restricting their kids from stealing stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with restricting your kids. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna restrict my kids until they're 13. I don't even want to give my kids a phone until they old enough. They gonna get a little flip phone. You call me, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, your grandfather, and that's all you need to call. You ain't got no boyfriend. You don't need to call your teacher. You already get an issued iPad slash Chromebook from your school, so you can't use the school aspect of the phone on me. You don't need an Instagram. You don't need a Snapchat. You don't need a Facebook. You don't need any other new app that come out during that time. The first couple years of your child's life is to instill good things into them. So when they do leave your sight, when they do go out with friends, when they do go to a birthday party, when they do get on social media, they know exactly what to do and how to conduct themselves, how to be. The Bible says, teach your kids up in the way they should go so they will not depart from it. And even if they do, they come back around. I've seen plenty of my friends, parents raised them correctly, but they rebel, they get pregnant, they get locked up, and they always come back around. It's harder the second time, but they come back around. But yeah, I mean, people, I don't even want to bring religion into it, but if you're going to be real, people like to twist the word of God, and then when things don't go right, or when things start, the stuff start hitting the fan, it's a big, oh God, please help my son. He's finna be on death row because he killed 6 people. I don't know where he got that from. People always wonder, what's wrong with my child? Go to their search history on Google Chrome or their YouTube channel, their YouTube page, or look up the stuff if they got a Twitter, look at the stuff they be looking on Twitter. Look at the people they follow on Instagram. Then you'll figure out why they act that way. They follow these older people who just play as these YouTube people and these Instagram dancer people, and they fight and they curse and they disrespect their elders. Where do you think they getting that from? Social media, because you ain't watching them. Because you ain't being a parent. And that's the sad part. Because you're not doing what you need to do. They not doing what they need to do. They not being who they need to be. They're not reaching their full potential. But you want to complain. You didn't raise your kids with good morals. But then when they go out somewhere to eat and they start acting all crazy, you gotta bust their tail in the Walmart and the Kroger because they got an attitude about something they couldn't get. Or you go out to eat somewhere and they acting like they ain't eaten 20 years, so you embarrassed because they ain't got no proper table etiquette. Or they seeing you yell at waiters and people so much that they don't even have respect for you. Imagine your kid not having respect for you. I could never imagine that. Because my kid's going to have respect for me. And I'm going to have respect for my kids. I'm going to respect their privacy when they get older. I think of it as an onion. As your kids get older, depending on how you, let me know, because I'm going to raise them right, so it's not even going to be a problem. You start peeling back that onion. You start peeling back layers. You don't need to watch them as much, because why? You already worked past it. You start with a foundation of being a parent, and then you kind of build on that. So when they do leave the nest, you stand back and you look at that tower of what you taught them, and they go out in the world and they continue to build on top of that tower of what you taught them. What they leave with is what they achieve with. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get that. If you don't teach your kids how to handle their finances or handle urges and things like that and wants and needs, and understand that, the world is a certain way and this is how you do certain things, and how are they going to achieve life? If every single time they get a check, they going out to buy computers and phones and iPads and the newest thing and music and food and not taking care of their bills. So if they leave with bad choices and impulsive behavior, how are they going to achieve anything great above what you taught them? So if you constantly teach your kids, well, when mom get her check, I know she goes straight to the mall and get new clothes, get her hair done, get her nails done, probably get some seafood that night, and we grub out. And then for the next 3 months, I'm just playing. For the next 2 weeks, we eat ramen noodles, and the lights is off, and everything else is off. She get all of us new Jordans, but the lights is never on. Then when they graduate, they so used to just spending money, and it's the sad part is they don't even want to live like that, but because that's the way they was brought up, that's the way they're gonna be, and that's the sad part. They want to get out of poverty, but don't know how to do it. Like when my mom always, every single time we got a check, she didn't give 10% to God, so she had whatever she had, and she would go get her nails done, go get her hair done, go get a new outfit for the week, and then we would get our hair cut, get our nails done, this, then the third, and then we'd go out to eat for like a couple of days, and then after that we would have a couple dollars left, and the water was always off, and the lights was always off, and we was always selling the stuff we got, so it was just a constant cycle of give and get, give and get, give and get, and take. I'm saying give and get, give and take. My mama used to, I had Jordans, and she had to sell my Jordans a couple times so we could keep the power and the lights on, and the water on and the heat on. Then when your kid go out in the world, you try to force them to play a sport because that's the easiest way, but you didn't care about they academic grades, because that matters as well too when you playing football. Just in case a lot of y'all didn't know, but your kid gonna fall back on when he tore his ACL or something. It don't make no sense. Now, my child is going to be well-rounded. You want to play a sport? Okay. You need to be part of an extracurricular activity. You need to have all your homework done. Take care of your house. Man, my kid's finna get that military treatment. I'm not beating them, though. I will discipline them, though. There's a fine line between discipline and, I forgot the other word. Punishment. And abuse. Depending on the type of emotion and things like that. But I've already been talking too long, so that's all I had to say for this video. Just watch your kids and stop trying to guess what people's lives are and how they live and what they are and what they aren't and how they should have gone about things if you wouldn't do the same thing or you don't do the same thing. Beyonce should have done this, but you didn't do nothing for that little girl. So how you gonna tell Beyonce what to do when you knew since the day she got diagnosed and didn't do a dang thing? Didn't send one note, one card, $1, a prayer, anything towards research for other kids with brain cancer. So miss me with that mess. But yeah, I've already talked too long. Just a little quick video. I'm pretty sure anybody ain't gonna watch this, John. But yeah, it is what it is. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.